Dialysis fatigue is a real thing. It's not just like some nebulous phenomenon that nobody can explain. And it's very simple. Patients that do dialysis over years and years and years, eventually they get tired of doing it. I know for a fact that it's real because, like, I've experienced it. I'm experiencing it now of just like, man, this is never going to end. I just do dialysis all the time and I feel horrible all the time. And doctors and like nurses, they only see the benefits of dialysis as far as like looking at the numbers, right? But they don't really take into consideration like the mental toll that adhering to dialysis takes on a patient. Patients get tired. They get tired of being tired. They get tired of showing up to this clinic every other day, or in some patients' cases every day, and they're tired of feeling bad, and they're tired of how long it takes, and it just, you know, it's all of these factors. Think about this. You spend, what, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, sometimes longer on a machine, and you think to yourself, man, I'm spending so much time away from my friends and family, and there's a million other things I'd rather be doing. And you're spending all of this time doing dialysis year after year after year after year with seemingly no end in sight, and you just get tired. It just wears you down. And then what happens? You know, they get sick and tired of doing it. So what some patients do is they stop showing up to treatments, and they stop doing the full time of their treatment. So if my time is 4 hours, you know, three and a half, that's good. 2.5, you know, that's good. And I just want to go home. And I completely understand. I've said this before in videos. Dialysis is hard. And on top of all of this, you're trying to adhere to this renal diet, which excludes a lot of things that like a normal person would enjoy, including drinking like water, fluid restriction. It's not easy. Not every dialysis treatment is the same, and they don't always go smoothly. And as a patient, you just get tired. And when fatigue starts setting in, that's when you start making poor decisions. With dialysis, if you are a person that needs dialysis, there's no vacation. There's no off days. There's no vacation. There's no downtime. Like when if you want to continue to live, if you are somebody that needs dialysis, you need to do it. Like, it's non-negotiable. You know, you have some patients that'll try to be like, well, you know, I've been doing this for a good 5 years, but like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of going to the clinic. So maybe I'll just skip 2 days. Maybe I'll skip, 3 days. Patients start rationalizing to themselves that, oh, well, I could go a couple days without dialysis, man. I just need a break. I just need like a little break. And then I'll get back on it, like, like hardcore, and I won't miss. But being a dialysis patient, it's not like being on a diet where you could cheat a little bit, maybe eat a candy bar here and there. When you decide to not show up or to skip or to cut your treatment short, there are dire repercussions for that. I'm not going to sit here and give some rah-rah speech about why dialysis is important, but dialysis fatigue is a real thing. For me, dialysis has not been a fun experience for me. I think about quitting all of the time, especially on the bad days, because there are bad days, really bad days. And I'm not going to sit here in front of this camera and say, this will be about the time where I would say, just keep on pushing and never give up and look at your kids' faces and remember why you do this. And it was like, nah, Nah, forget all that, right? Like, I'm here to attest that dialysis is very challenging, and that feeling that you have if you're a dialysis patient of wanting to quit and being sick and tired of doing this, that's real. It's not you making it up. And if more patients were honest with themselves, they'd feel the same way. Or should I say, they'd express the same feelings. None of this stuff is easy. The decision to do dialysis is not an easy one, despite what some people may say. You are committed and bound to this, and there's very little leeway for any wiggle room. And before anybody says to you, well, you still come in and you do it and that's what counts, that still doesn't take away from the challenge and the difficulty of what dialysis is in your life. The cost of living as a dialysis patient or somebody with end-stage renal disease, the cost is very high.